Boom! What's up, guys? Odd Resilience here. I'm gonna be talking to you about my top 3 ways to make friends and influence people. The first one, boom, number 1 is, have a genuine interest for the person that you approach, that you say hello to, right? This includes, having strong eye contact, but not only strong eye contact. Obviously, I'm not saying like penetrate their soul for a whole hour, but I mean, obviously, move away, but don't have wandering eyes, because it allows them, lets them know that you're there to have a good conversation with them. People love talking about themselves. When people talk about themselves, it releases these feel-good hormones within them. They will associate these feel-good hormones that they're feeling in the moment with you. So it gives you a kind of, they end up liking you more, right? Ask them questions about themselves. It's great if you talk about yourself, but don't overdo it. Sometimes when you're talking, has this ever happened to you? Someone's talking to you and they don't let you fit a word in between the sentences, and you're talking at me, you're not talking to me. This isn't a conversation between me and you, it's just a conversation between you. So you have this kind of reciprocity, this allow flow between what's going on. Let them know about you, and you get to know about them as well. Well, one thing, the reason I say ask questions is because, here, I'm gonna get closer, maybe focus it a bit. Is it focused? Yeah.
Yep.
The reason I say ask questions is because if you're the person that's talking less, you have more power within that dynamic, right? Obviously, the power between the people will change, but for that moment being, you will have the more power in the dynamic. You will be dominant, and you will be perceived as less as being high status, right? Because you're not just telling them about you, which shows this sort of strength within yourself that you don't need to qualify yourself to, your newfound friend. All right, number 2 is very important. Remember their name, right? I know you think, shit, it's kind of hard to remember names. I remember names, people telling me their names all the damn time and whatnot. Especially like in this day and age, people always forget names. People always forget your name. But think about this. Like, you ever had a teacher and he in class and he gets your name wrong, or he calls you from a different name? How does that make you feel? Do you feel special? Do you feel good in the eyes of your professor? No, you don't feel good. It sort of removes your individuality. You kind of think it to yourself, like, this person doesn't really care about me. So by knowing somebody's name, you gain bonus points in their eyes, right? You gain bonus points within their eyes. You might be thinking to yourself, well, how do I remember people's names, right? Well, let's say somebody tells you their name and it's a hard name. You're like, oh, what? You're like asking, can you repeat it to me? And if you still don't get it, then ask him to spell it out. And after that, I recommend even writing that. I know it seems like a lot, but if you want the ability to be able to influence people, this is the way to go. Now, for number 3, it's getting cold out here, but I gotta scroll through this phone. Is remember something about that person. They tell you, let's say that they have an essay, they have a trip with somebody, they're having a problem, let's say they have an event that they're going to. Next time you have a conversation with them, bring it up. Be like, oh, how did that go? You did good on your essay? How do you feel? What was it about? Do you feel stronger? Do you take really great pictures on your trip? Anything like that shows that you were listening to them and you weren't just going, So basically that's it. My top 3 tips for influencing and gaining friends. If you want to know more on this kind of thing, I recommend the book by, I'm gonna pull this up right now, How to Win Friends and Influence People in the Digital Age, by Dale Carnegie. It's a great book. It's hours long, great content, great experience. Audible is the way I go, because honestly, like if you're washing dishes, you're in the tube, it's just easier, and it's just kind of one of the ways that I gain knowledge better. So if that's one of the ways that you feel like reading isn't your thing, you know, try listening to it instead. But anyway, peace. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Ivan, get it, Ivan. Get it.
You're a mad one, Ivan.
Bro,
You're mad.
I just feel free, bro. Try, you know, like sometimes we're feeling restricted. Let go of that restriction, man. Just let go. People are gonna say shit. So fucking what? If somebody looking at me right now and be like, what the fuck, they're recording? What are they doing? So fucking what?
They're making videos.
How does that affect me? Fuck you!